Привіт! I'm Chuck Olenek. I'm a Ukrainian-American who was baptized with the name Yaroslav, which is the name that I use in the historical reenactment group, the Society for Creative Anachronism. And what I've been doing is, of late, has been, like for the past year, has been using my YouTube channel to transform decades of research into all things Slavic, whether it's mythology or folklore or history or culture, and put them up in video format on the YouTube channel, which would be really cool if you subscribe to, by the way, and hoping this would be a benefit to people within the society that might be looking at maybe doing things Eastern European or doing their own channels and sharing their knowledge this way, because I'm trying to make the use of video a viable format within the society. All right, so about 9 months ago, because I like to infuse vodka, which I call the water of life, and I like to give it away, I decided that, hey, knowledge has got to be free. You know, you don't hoard knowledge. So what I decided to do was to make a video to show people how I infuse the vodka, and that's a real simple thing. It's not a mystery. And if you go back through the archives of the channel, you'll see a 10-minute video of how to put things in, what amounts pour off the vodka, all right, strain it, put it in a mason jar, because, hey, that's kind of classy. And then you drink it yourself or you give it away, which is even better. Well, it's going to be war season pretty soon. You know, beginning of February, there's War of the Phoenix happening in Aitenveld, and so I've got to get on the ball and start making vodka and giving vodka away. And over in this part of my kitchen, I like to call this the birthing area. And this is where the jars are sitting filled with vodka and what I'm trying to infuse into the vodka and waiting for the proper moment of delivery. And I've got all sorts of things going on here. There's honey. There's actually different kinds of honey being infused. I have orange, I have lemon, I'm trying a lime infusion, so maybe that'll be kind of like a kamikaze. I have blueberries, I have blackberries, I have ginger with honey. I'm trying a new way of doing ginger. I'm doing it with dehydrated ginger. I've got cranberries going on. But now I found out that there is a favorite infusion that people are fond of, and that's coffee-infused vodka. And my Baroness has reminded me several times that I need to make coffee-infused vodka. Okay, I'm doing it, and I'm showing people how to do it. So, first thing, the Noble Mason jar. I happen to get these with from Michael's. They happen to have handles on them. So these are probably going to be ones that are going to be used for infusing at home. By the way, if you get one of these, don't microwave anything in it, because there's like lots of warning labels. Okay, here is the way the original recipe worked. I was supposed to, yeah, that should do it. Okay, I was supposed to fill this a third of the way with coffee. I went for just a little less, and there's a reason why I did it that way. I went with a third of the jar being filled with coffee and the rest filled with vodka. And this only takes a week. Well, after a week, I tried it, and I'm going to use a phrase that my principal or my former principal used to describe the coffee that I would make in my classroom. He said it would grow hair on a rock. That proportion would grow hair on a rock. And I even camouflaged it with brown sugar, and it still was pretty lethal. So what I did is I poured that off, or half of it, into another jar, refilled with vodka, added a lot more brown sugar, and people really liked that. Okay, I put in about 3 heaping tablespoons of brown sugar. I know some people are visual learners, so you might need to see the label. And the alternative is I might use honey in another batch. But here's what I got going. Okay, now I'm going to add the vodka. I used to use really expensive vodka, and then I figured something out. Inexpensive stuff works better because it's cheaper. Because this would be like, and I said this in the previous video, why would you want top shelf stuff if you're going to produce a mixed drink? This essentially will be a mixed drink. So, here's what we're doing. Next step. Okay. And now, where did my lid go? There's my lid. Okay. Let's just shake that up a little. And then this is going to go live in the refrigerator for a week. And every day, for a week, shake it up and think about the possibilities. Okay, so I've done that large amount of coffee to vodka. In a week, I'm going to strain it off. I'm going to go pour half into here. Then I'm just going to add some more brown sugar. And that should work. And then, how do I, well, put it into where it's ultimately going to go? Got this already prepared. And yes, check out the label and it says coffee. Here's how I do it. 1 filter. A paper coffee filter, because they're cheap. And so am I. And you just simply pour the vodka through there. It goes into the jar, and then you have an easy peasy gift. So, the other thing that I'm going to try doing is, instead of the brown sugar, using honey. And I know different honeys have different flavors, and so guess what? I get to experiment. So, I hope that this helps people put things together. Budmo. And do pobачення.